one person, you're not going to like this. A couple of months ago, Marilyn Manson was actually performing a concert up in Canada, and he was right in the middle of performing The Beautiful People when he started projectile vomiting and passed out on stage. Which tells me it has finally happened. Even Marilyn Manson is sick and tired of The Beautiful People. And it actually took several minutes for anybody to come to his aid because everybody thought it might be part of the show. I mean, what the hell is going on at a Marilyn Manson concert where your frontman reenacting The Exorcist and losing consciousness might be part of the show? And he actually said in the interview that it was because he had the flu. And I've got to hand it to him for his work ethic, because when I have the flu, I don't have the energy to get out of bed to perform a bowel movement, let alone a concert. I'm just calling to my girlfriend to bring me a bedpan and a magazine. I'm kidding, I don't have a girlfriend. Or a bedpan, but I have found that a shallow casserole dish will get the job done. No, I don't cook with it, it is strictly a serving dish. I'm single. I'm actually very happily divorced. Anybody with me on that one? Thank you. I think the reason why my marriage broke up is my ex-wife and I had completely different sexual appetites. Like, she wanted to have, or I wanted to have sex every single day, and she was having sex every single day. I'm not going to say my ex-wife is a whore, but she did recently receive an award for the tourist dollars her vagina was bringing to the community. So you could say she's kind of a philanthropist. Yeah, I was actually in the Army for a while. I was stationed overseas. Thank you. So I was stationed overseas, and she was screwing so many GIs back home behind my back that the USO sent donation checks to my house. And I actually started doing stand-up comedy a couple of years ago because I thought it would help me meet women, because off stage I'm actually like a really shy, wallflower kind of guy. And I hung out with a lot of musicians, and I noticed that like they had the same kind of personality types, and they were always surrounded by beautiful women. And I really wanted to be a part of that, but I have the musical talent of Helen Keller, so that wasn't really going to work out for me. I really only have two major skills, sarcasm and turning home improvement projects into medical emergencies. So the choice was obvious. And, but I've noticed over the years that the quality of groupies is completely different between musicians and comedians. Perfect example of this, a couple of months ago I was doing a show, and this beautiful woman approached me after the show and said, I really enjoyed that bit you did about drunk driving, because I've been pulled over for DUI 7 times in the last year. Like, this was her opening line. I'm not making this up. I'm too much of a gentleman to tell you how she got out of 6 of them, but let's just say she really knows how to run her mouth. And it gets better, because she tells me that she's bipolar, schizophrenic, and OCD. But this is supposed to be okay with me because she saw a psychiatrist 5 years ago and used to be on medication. And I'm not really that turned off, because it's still better than like 80% of my ex-girlfriends. But it goes downhill from there. She's trying to make it really obvious to me that she's single, because she's telling me that, you know, she's on Plenty of Fish, but don't pay any attention to my profile picture. I was a lot skinnier back then. I was smoking crack. But she took chemistry in college. She made it herself. She knew it was pure. And so finally she tells me she's not really looking for a relationship. She's just looking for some guy to go home with who's never going to call her again. And telling me, you know, I'm never going to call a girl anything but crazy, but she does make excellent waffles. I think one of the reasons I'm still single is I'm extremely overweight, if that's not incredibly obvious. You know what they say, a donut a day keeps the ladies away. But over the years, as most big guys can attest, I've eaten some things that I'm not necessarily proud of. Like in my travels, I have eaten everything from yak, bat, rat, even cat, all because the alternative was a salad. And I think the one thing that I'm least proud of is a couple of years ago, I actually ate an entire tray of cupcakes from a bachelorette party, complete with the little tiny plastic penises on top. You know, I have a rule in my household that baked goods have a short life expectancy. That's obvious. But my ex-girlfriend thought this is where I was going to draw the line. So of course I had to eat one on principle. I did not, however, have to lick the frosting seductively. That was all for her. And it was working for me because I could tell she was getting turned on. She was getting kind of hot. And finally she stands up and she says, let me show you how that's really done. I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is it. She grabs one of the cupcakes, runs to the bedroom, throws me a blanket, a pillow, and slams the door in my face. I'd eat the rest of the tray as comfort food while I cried myself to sleep because she has never made those kind of noises for me. The most recent addition to this collection is a couple of months ago. I was on a budget, so I decided that I was going to go to Taco Bell and I was going to get an entire bag of beefy 5-layer burritos. And I was going to eat these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a couple of days. And some of you may be wondering how long you can keep a Taco Bell 5-layer burrito in the refrigerator before it goes bad. The answer is 6 days. I'm not sure if it had actually gone bad or if that's just what happens to your body when you eat a burrito for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 6 days. But I can tell you this colon is clean. I swear I swallowed some Legos when I was 3. I crapped an entire pirate ship. I turn around, I've got the entire Bud Pirates of the Caribbean playset floating in the bowl. It's not pretty at all. All right, that's all I got. My name is Mike Freed. Thank you very much.